Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sacred Voices Open Mic on the second Friday of the month. My name is Cipriano Ortega, and we are here at the wonderful Denver Community Media Center, and we are going to get started this evening. This month is February, and that means love. So our featured poet this evening will be Mateo, and he will be serenading us very soon with his seductive words of wonderful wisdom about love. So, a little bit about Sacred Voices. We are an organization, a BIPOC organization, and our mission statement is to promote unity and healing among Black, Indigenous, people of color, BIPOC plus communities through creative expression while empowering youth to find their voice, power, and become leaders in their own communities. So welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out this evening. I wanted to mention another event that will be happening very soon, next week, in fact. It's going to be at Union Hall. It's called Love at Intersections, a confessional, and it is happening on February 15th at Union Hall. Tickets are $10, and the link can be found on our Facebook, Instagram, and website. And if you need those, Instagram, follow us at Sacred Voices Denver on Instagram and Facebook, YouTube at Sacred Voices, and our website is sacred-voices.org. So, a little bit of protocol about tonight. Obviously, we're in a media center. In terms of using the microphone, do try to use about 1 to 2 inches from your mouth and make sure to stay on the microphone so you can be heard out in the interwebs tonight. And when you see the red light on, that means that particular camera is on. We'll be using 3 cameras this evening. But yes, I think we're going to get started here. I guess I'll start off with one of my poems this evening, since I might as well. Since we're speaking of love and speaking from the heart, this one is called Burning Bridges. If speaking from my heart burns a bridge, then perhaps that bridge was never meant to be crossed. Maybe it was supposed to be burnt down. Perhaps you are so shallow, I never needed a bridge to cross you to begin with. Perhaps that tinder that needed to spark the conversation wasn't enough to you. You and your hot air balloon bellowing and blowing hot air. I'll keep my reality firmly on the ground where I can see it. Burn all my bridges and become an island. Thank you very much. Oh, good. I'm glad we're getting more people turning out in the audience. Excellent, excellent. All right. So that's one of our creative introductions with poetry this evening. So, Denisha, would you like to come up and share some love poetry, please? Or any poetry. It doesn't have to be love, but that is the theme for this month, I guess.
There it is. Oh, that's wonderful. Now I can hear it. So there are many aspects of love. Let's talk about that. Today, I brought a few pieces that I think will just reflect a lot of things. One of the aspects of love that I am having a problem with right now is love for myself, recognizing that I must treat myself in the way that I want to be treated, that I am the partner that I always needed, that I am the parent that I always needed, and that small wounded person inside of me needs me to respect them enough to love them in the way that I am asking somebody else to love me. So boundaries is a big thing that I struggle with. So let's talk about boundaries and the love for yourself. See, I'm going to need you to stop, pause, think, and reflect. I am no longer a blank space on which you can project. Turn around, walk away, and go deal with your unhealed wounds. Poisoning myself by drinking the blood of your pain is not the path I will choose. Oh, my poor, bleeding, unintegrated friend. I have wielded the same weapon, so I know how this ends. There is only so much I can grant before my empathy brings me pain. I have established the boundary, so do not approach it again. I am synthesized. I am whole. I am light and darkness combined. Please do not make the mistake of seeing weakness when I am showing you kind. I've been set on fire, burned to ash, and revived. I am what you discover on the other side of pain. I have access to all of my power through the tools that I have gained. So, darling, take a moment, step back, be conscious of what you do, because I know you don't know me, but darling, I do. Thank you. I'm so glad to be able to share space with you all this evening. As we talk about love, we should also talk about the love for our body and what we take in, not just the nutrition, but everything. Our media, our words, our emotions, and our energy. So there is a longing, and it doesn't come from just the spirit. The body asks for longing. The body asks for things, and that is intertwined. So nutrition, I am starving. Although I've had a lot of food, I'm alone. Although I'm always with you, I am dispossessed. Although I have a home, dark chocolate, chia pudding, pecans, and pea protein granola. Okay, I covered it with whipped cream. Just like I used to do with you, and I can still feel my need for decadence. By making better choices when the next one offers herself, we'll cover each other with more harmonious voices. I have also been struggling with the love of the moment, being in the moment. It is difficult for me. I feel like we're living in a very difficult time. And I was wondering why, in my belief system, I believe that I chose to be here now. I chose to incarnate in this body at this time, in this moment. And I was struggling with that. Why did I make these choices? So I was angry with the ancestors. And now I had to sit with that and find the love for that relationship with the people who came and died before me. So here, I sit with the ancestors. Here, I ask them why. Why did I choose to be here now, in this time, in this bloodline? Why must 3 continents converge inside of me with their conflicting pains and their histories? Why did I choose this journey? In unison, they replied, "Child, you are the first of the new line. Just like all who live right now, you wanted to come. You took a vow. Here, you all are where the pain cycle ends. Healing is now. This is the beginning and not the end. To all who are breathing, we came right on time. We are not here to suffer, but to heal the bloodlines. We live underneath the ancestral weight so that this season of suffering, pain, and hate can flow through and be cleansed. We chose this time. We exist as love from beginning to beginning again. We are not at the end of the world. We are at the dawn of the new life. This is not the end, my friend. This is the beginning of life." Thank you. I have one last one for you. And I am always finding ways to be in love in new love, whether it's in love with the work I'm doing, in love with the clothes I'm wearing, in love with the people I'm spending time with, in love with my pain, in love with my joy. So I tend to get crushes of random people because I get in love with their energy, however we interact, whether it's the barista at the coffee house or wherever I'm going. So yes, I am pretty obsessed with you. The things you say, the things you do, the art you produce, the failures you reveal, the joys you share. Yet I am completely aware that we are strangers. You are the epitome of beauty, the grace only found in balanced energy humans, the balance between strength, stoicism, vulnerability, protection, tenderness, and love. I am so thankful that I live on the planet at the same time as you. I know that it's stupid to reveal your influence on me, but I'm an artistic, so I write what I see. You give me strength, and there isn't anything you need to do. Just live, create, fail, and rise. Because even when you don't think so, you are an example of all that is wise. You are the gift I will never unwrap, but you are important to the world. And I hope you know that. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Denisha. That was beautiful. Seeing the kindness in strangers, I think, is a very good practice that we all should do, definitely. So thank you so much for that. Denisha, once again, everybody. It's so fulfilling when we started, I was like, oh, nobody's going to show up. And then I look out a couple minutes later, and I see all you beautiful people out there. So, Natalie, would you like to go next? Come on up, yeah.
Okay, I'm Natalie. This poem is called In Between. Okay. I like to think I'm in a better headspace, but we'll see. So anyway, okay, here we go. This has to be one of the hardest spaces to be in. The space between I know you aren't good for me and I still yearn for your touch. The space between I can't continue to accept disrespect and missing how comfortable I felt with you. See, that's the saddest part, how comfortable I felt in the chaos. It was all too familiar. How easily I fell into this painfully beautiful love story. But love should never be painful. Love should never push you into a space where you feel broken, unbroken. And I refuse to let that be part of my story. In the midst of all my growth, con más ganas, I will lean into my intuition. My spirit guides warned me. I did not listen. I badly wanted us to work. We wanted it to work. Letting go was hard, and this in-between feels like an eternity. The space between I know I deserve better and what's one more visit I didn't visit. Yes, it has been hard. And in the space of grief, I chose me. I am slowly coming back to self, picking up the pieces, reparenting my inner niña, holding space for my feelings, treating myself like the reina that I am. This in-between is the space where I let go and prepare for what awaits me. Estoy lista. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Natalie. I'm glad you came back and you're sharing poetry. I think it's a very good way to heal oneself with the aches and pains of life, I think. Hello. So yes, being inspired by both of you, I'll share one as well too now. This is called The Bone Level. I'm always expecting it to wince, the draw of breath like a bow drawn to my heart. Unfortunately, not. But, always a but. But, we regret to inform you, but, unfortunately not but. Expect no expectations to be met, but, alone at the train station checking my watch, train never comes to my stop. But hey, it's okay. I'll just walk. I know what it's like to march barefoot in the snow and keep that internal glow going. I've made the cold my friend, and you know, there never was much time that me and you spent together, and I don't expect much. But when I do occasionally feel a warm touch, it's all the better. And with your rejection letter, I'll hold onto my letter opener poised and at the ready for a stab to the heart and your postmark. Thank you very much. It's called The Bone Level. Yeah, it's interesting to hear all these different levels of observance of heartbreak and embrace and love and compassion to strangers. There's many different layers to the human emotion spectrum. I guess I'm at the bone level, so wouldn't recommend it all the time, but gives you a clairvoyant kind of perspective here. So welcome, if you just stopped in. My name is Cipriano Ortega. This is the second Friday open mic here at the wonderful Denver Community Media for Sacred Voices. We are also having another event next week at Union Hall on February 15th. And what time is that at Aston? That wasn't in my notes. 6 to 8 o'clock. Tickets are $10. Very good lineup of a lot of wonderful poets that we're going to have for that Wednesday, the day after Valentine's Day. So do feel free to join us. And if you have any more questions about that, you can find out that information on our website as well, too. So remind me of your beautiful name. Billy, come on up.
So, anything under 70 degrees and my nose is constantly running, so forgive me. Yeah, it's like, okay. My name's Billy. Hi. I'm gonna start with just some a cappella. Well, I'm probably gonna sing pretty loud. La 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 love 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 love. Ooh, love 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 love. Oh, love is a vibe. It's a vibe all the time. Love is the vibe. It's the vibe all the time. Love is the vibe. It's the vibe all the time. Even when it hurts, it's the vibe. It's the vibe all the time. No, it's a vibe. It's a vibe all the time. Love. All right. So, I was like, this is such an awkward subject for me because not good at this love stuff. But I do understand desirability. So this poem's called Desire. Desirability is currency. The story of the rich man marrying the pretty poor girl. Patriarchy and colonialism. It was a night of dancing. We were all dancing. A woman came up to me. She wanted to dance with me. Her friend pulled her back and said, no, we're competing with her. And she listened, willingly participating in my outcasting. I know the routine. This is the real dance, because pretty is power and privilege and perception, and pretty is perceived popular and pure. Desirability is deific. It's delectable, it's delicious, and it makes you more deserving. Or less. Anyways, don't get too much attention, Blackie. You're not the best. You're just a poor girl in a poor dress. And with that face, you should be in distress. That's what's priceless. The poor girl became a supermodel, and everyone loved her, and everybody hated her beauty. Patriarchy, colonialism, capitalism, self-loathing. Others loathing you while they loathe themselves, just wanting to feel wanted. Pick me. I am the best toy in the store. I am the best doll on the shelf. Show me, said patriarchy. Show me you're the best. Belittle each other for my attention. My attention is all that matters. The male gaze, that's all that matters. I'll pretend not to notice, because it feeds my ego and fills my testicles. And I'll ejaculate where I please. He who wants to be desired too. Was his body or his penis not large enough? Did he not have a penis at all? Was he not man enough? Must he man up to be desired? Must he lie? Must he be violent? Must he be violent? Desirability is currency. One that is ill-afforded, ill-fitted, illogical, and an illusion. I don't want to be desired. Desire can be poison. Thank you. Okay. Please forgive me. I didn't save this poem. Okay, here we go. This one is called Count Me In. Categorize me, I am a digit. Multiply the generational trauma, divide by race, carry the patriarchy, and receive the sum. It only happens to some. Do what you're told and you won't be 1, 2, 3, 400,000 million years. Ticking like a time bomb, but do timed bombs even tick? Put me in a category. Paint me your martyr and your monolith. Just another number. Villainize me. Whore, queer, immigrant, resisting. Divide to help dehumanize the sibling, the child, the neighbor, the family. I enjoyed the sunrise. Or was it the sunset? I was silly. No, I was very serious. I enjoyed being loud. No, I was quiet. Beer or wine? No, I didn't drink wine. I wasn't old enough to drink. No, I did not see another sunset. No, you were never able to see our child get older. No, our child died before me. No, they will die in prison. No, they died in prison. Humanity. They begged for their life. They died begging for their life. Another statistic. Okay. I got one more. I'm going to attempt to sing again. This one is just about surviving abuse. Enough. Enough. I'm breaking up. You take, you won't get enough. So I can't give you my love. Trust. There ain't enough. I am no prisoner. We know I am powerful. No need to tremble. My voice like thunder. you will know my name. Enough. I'm breaking up. You take, you won't get enough. So I can't give you love. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Billy. Billy, everyone, once again. So you bring up a couple points that I wanted to bring up about this interesting month. It's always funny that Valentine's Day comes around and, there's things to buy. There's chocolate hearts and candies and flowers and teddy bears, And it's always funny. I think they always put February, at least they put Valentine's Day in February to be like, remember, you're doing this rat race. You're making all this money because why? Because of love, right? I always find it interesting, the timing of it. Very curious. And I will say, yes, I think attractiveness is a commodity. I think everything that we suffer from is capitalism. And it's money. It's nothing else. It's always about the money. Show me the money. All right, so thanks to you, Billy. I'm going to share this one as well, too. This is called The Tugboat of Love. Tugboat of love, she's causing waves in my bubble bath. My tugboat's tootin', and I'm all washed up. Her chest feels like a warm shore here on this desert island. I was a castaway for 15 years, but I washed up ready to be loved. My heart's lost in some ocean somewhere. I'll dive for pearls, but never again from my heart. She sleeps with Davy Jones now, and my body becomes weightless in your water. And now I'm in the bathtub crying, thinking about daily delights. Your bathtub waves rock me gently to sleep at least. And when I go down with the ship and go down on the ship, I am in love. Thank you. Gotta love bubble baths. I need to try those. I need to try one of those bath bombs, I've heard good things about those. All right. So, you two are not on the list, but would you like to perform? Just audiences? Okay, sounds good. All right. What is your name, good sir? What is it? Guillermo, would you like to come up? You're going to be playing some guitar as well? Yes, of course. Yeah, let's get that out and let's get you set up here. Yeah, we started off as a Cafe Cultura first, and then it became Sacred Voices. So I think Sacred Voices, as this name, has been around for about 4 years now. So, all right, let's get you set up over here. I think that should be good. It's a nice guitar.
Yeah, I'll start out with a verb, a spoken word. Tú eres la tranquilidad en mi cerebro ruidoso, y por tu cara puedo ver el rostro del universo. Hoy es muy intempestivo para integrar nuestra materia en una canción de existencia, como la lluvia en la arena. Tú eres la otra, y por tu cara puedo ver el rostro del universo. Thank you. Can you hear the box? The tight blue jeans and spiked heels run down the steps of the smoky discotheques. Tight blue jeans and spiked heels run down the steps of the smoky discotheques. Yeah, I'm searching for Christiana, a Christiana, a Christiana. I'm searching for Christiana, but not as a customer, not an exploiter. Why is she self-destructed, modern city Eden, the packed poor, the humanized? Yeah, I'm searching for Christiana. Well, she knew it all along. She was so good at escaping. Why'd she self-destruct in modern city Eden, the packed poor, the humanized? I'm searching for Christiana, Christiana, Christiana. I'm searching for Christiana. Even though there were precious few times, like when we clinched in a crowded Turkish restaurant. She had her hands in my back pockets after kissing me in the doorway. Lit a cigarette as I watched her pull away, and I sidestepped all the horrors along the way. Yeah, I'm searching for Christiana, Christiana, Christiana. I'm searching for Christiana. Well, tell me, have you seen her? The girl they call Christiana. Well, tell me, have you seen that one? The one they call Christiana. You're looking for Christiana, you're looking for love. You see where the sidewalk ends and the street begins? That's where you can find your Christiana. You see where the sidewalk ends and the street begins? That's where you find your Christiana. Thank you. It started out as a poem, and then it kind of evolved into what they call it, a tone poem. Do we have time for one more? The headlights from oncoming traffic illuminate your form. The brightness of Denver's lights in front. As we listen to, as you drive, and we listen to a little flamenco music. You clap in time. Your gypsy blood rising, as does mine. But you can dance, gypsy girl, a flamenco rhythm. stay close to the church of poetry. The poets will shelter you no matter how cramped. The poets will feed you. Poets will bathe you. And the poets, the poets will make love to you. Oh, gypsy girl, I knew your clothes are, even though your clothes are Western, I knew they are loose and flowing as Middle Eastern robes. I watch you as you eat stuffed grape leaves. I watch your lips go round them as you hear my confessions. Thank you.
It was Guillermo, correct? Guillermo, thank you so much. Once again, Guillermo, everybody. I heard some Leonard Cohen in there, at least in my own ear. Very nice. Yes, very nice. That's a cool guitar, too. Like to take a look at that afterwards. All right. Well, yes. Thank you all so much again for being here tonight on this wonderful February night. Certainly a lot of different dissections of love tonight, which is a good thing. Over in this corner, do you two, would you like to perform, or just an audience members? How about you? No? Back there? Are you here to perform or an audience member? Audience member? Yeah, you can have a seat if you'd like, or you can stand as well too. Paul, do you have some poems you want to do? Come on up. Yes, I guess so. That's how it works. But yes, this is Paul Fiorino, everybody.
Well, good evening. It's great to be here. No one ever gives him applause. How about Cipriano, huh? As a matter of fact, I wore my special shirt for you, too. Why don't you read it, Cipriano? Can you read it?
Let's see, your shirt says, Art Attack, the overwhelming feeling of having so many creative ideas at once and not enough time to do them all. Yes, indeed. Art Attack is right. I have one of those at least once a day.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Well, do we want to start off with love or a hate? Whatever you want to do, I know. Roses are red. The world is blue. What can you do? Now, today, flowers bloom. Tomorrow, they die. Well, this is the lyrics, just lyrics that I usually guitar, but I'm going to try just lyrics. And this is a first for me, too, because remember to pray for the soul of the whole world. Keep it in mind when you say that line to the one who knows. Remember to pray for those that are bound to hell. Think of Turkey. Think of those 20,000 people caught underneath. They aren't meant to burn, but who can tell? All our lives, we want someone to care. A person, a place, just something we can share. With all the love of life we have, and yet, we still despair. Why can't we be happy with what's there? Seems so much greener on the other side. But when we get there, the luster went to hide. We're always a searching, never satisfied. What we had once, like my parents this year, are lost or died. We're waiting for tomorrow when we got today. The things that we do now, we do without much say. Talking about the way things are and how they're going to change. Know that the moment is here. What do we fear? For time after time, we carry on this way, hoping that soon it'll be that big day. With fame and a fortune, with everything okay. But how we forget to say thank you and pray. Time after time, yes, we carry on that way. It takes its strength sometimes to go from hour to hour, yet the peace and the love inside us can grow into a flower when we seek to share, knowing that God has wanted you there. Yes, know that God wants you here. Thank you.
Paul Fiorino, everybody. Very good, Paul. Yes, I would say you're quite the poet and Shakespearean all on your own without your guitar. He's quite a good guitarist as well, too. So hopefully next time he'll bring his guitar as well, too, but he rode his bike today. So, all right. Well, I have one more to share. And then, Bree, you're on deck if you'd like to share some. You're back there, I think. This one is one I wrote. I teach poetry from time to time for different organizations, and I like to always talk about, propose the notion if a color was a person, you know, like red or blue or violet. So this one is called If Blue Was a Person. On some days she smiles, on others she cries. The dismal becomes hopeful deep in her eyes. In her closets there are trinkets, old packs of cigarettes. She makes clouds eagerly, in the storm she sets. She is my lover, my one crystal clear. She wears ruby diamonds, oh so sincere. On the bad days she floods me, on the good days I'm parched. She lets me drink her, and I swallow her heart. Thank you very much. Love is a burning thing. All right, Bree, are you back there? Ah. Are you doing the control room there? Oh, I see. I was wondering why the camera was not following me. Now I know where to stay. Well, you know that term. Do you still want to be? You can come on down. I mean, just as long as you stay here. Yeah, we're so technically inclined here at Sacred Voices. Facebook Live, and the two people that are watching, maybe one. But yes, before I forget, if you'd like your performance from this evening or when you come anytime on the second Fridays, we now have an official form on our website, sacred-voices.org, where you can fill out. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks to get your video done from this as well, too. And I forgot to mention as well, too, this is currently streaming on Facebook and such. If you do not want to be streamed or have it taken down to your section, do let us know. Things that tend to be more just appropriate without foul language obviously get more attention in terms of being streamed in Denver Community Media's television station. So yes, all that jazz. Yes, thank you very much. Bree, are you coming? Excellent. Yes, there's the wide angle. All right, I'm going to go over here. This is our executive director, Bree, everybody.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Oh, wow. Okay. It's always nerve-wracking. Let me be honest. It's very nerve-wracking. I have introductions. Like Cipriano said, my name is Bree, or Brianna, whichever one. Whichever one, honestly. I'll answer to any of it. We have an event going on next week on the 15th. It is Loving at Intersections. How do you love at intersections? What are the intersections in which you love? Communal, familial, romantic, sexual, platonic, all the things. It'll be a great lineup. And our feature, Mateo, who is featuring here, will also feature there. So you have 2 opportunities to see him. Yeah, accompanied by music. Always a fun thing. And then a fun thing about the event is that I'm putting together like a goodie bag, like a gift bag, and it's like community bought things. So like maybe some bath salts, maybe some flowers. There's stickers. I have stickers in my pocket. These are what our new stickers look like. I feel like one of those people on like the TV shows where it's like, here, you should buy this. Wait, where, what? Ha ha ha! Yes. And then there's, wait. Hold on. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Yes. And that'll be in our bags. So everyone loves things. Very good quality. Yeah. Same with the gift bags. It's $15. All the things. Also, if you want a workshop, hit me up. I'm also the director of programming, so I do that. I'm going to read some poems.
So, yes, before I forget, Museum of Contemporary Art, I am also part of their advisory cabinet for the Holiday Theater, which is over here in the north side. Regardless of that, they are doing a $20,000 scholarship to any senior, just a 12th grader who's going to graduate, who either wants to go to college or just aspire to not go to college and needs funds. This application will be open very soon, and I'll get that information out to us when I know more. But if you know anybody who's interested in that, it's a $20,000 scholarship the Museum of Contemporary Art is putting together for senior class graduate students of this year. So do let me know if you have any questions on that. We can talk. So, yes.
Everyone loves money. What a fun thing. Cool. I'm going to read some poems. Some of them are quick. Some of them are long. Bear with me. It'll be great. I'm also very weird. Get used to it. Listen. Yeah. I'm also a teacher, so I'm like making eye contact with anyway. Great. I'm going to do a love poem to my FBI agent, because everyone has one. Everyone. That's my conspiracy theory. Everyone has an FBI agent. Jared, I know you're listening. I wanted to let you know how much I appreciate you. Ever since college, when you've been appointed to me, you've been there. To make my phone crash, delete files I really needed. Jared, I love you being my FBI agent. I think everyone needs one to keep them on their toes and crush the small things in their life like privacy. Dear Jared, last year I tried to apply to be an FBI agent, but they rejected me. Too curvy to get into the next step, but you put my nudes almost everywhere, so I guess you appreciated me. Jared, I hope you never stop being my FBI agent. Signed, your #1 troublemaker, Bree. Give your FBI agents some love. They work really hard. They really do. Especially if you go to DC. They're like, shit, they're in the city. Ugh. Great. Sorry for cussing. Sorry, Aston. Apologize. Okay, I'm going to do one about friends, because we all love friends. Yeah. I just wrote this today, so my handwriting. It's okay. I can read 3rd grader handwriting. Cool. I want to have an opportunity to love you like a friend. Like come over to your house and cook type of love, to make leftovers type of love, the love where your parents are my parents and we both get in trouble together. People overlook friendship, eclipse it over romance, but I've always enjoyed our full moons, the dark sky where we compare stars. I want to have an opportunity to love you like a friend. I still have propagated plants for you, went to Target and bought your own pillow and blanket from my place. Sometimes I'm conflicted to buy you a pull-out bed. But I know we'd spend the dawn till morning filling space with laughter and upsetting our neighbors. I want to have an opportunity to love you like a friend because you deserve it. I have a new device. It's a phone, and hopefully the phone fairies didn't steal my poems. They did. Hold on. They always do this. Okay. Cool. I'm going to share another one. It is for my friend, because I love him, and I don't know if he's watching it, but if he ever watches it, surprise, there's a poem about you. It's great. I performed it like 2 weeks ago, and people were like, oh, you're in love with your friend. No. Yes. No and yes. Yes and no. Both and. Okay. I've been feeling lighthearted since I've gained enough weight to cover my bones. Your words make me lighthearted. Some days I wish things looked differently and you and I might have loved each other. Twisted portal bodies and fine branches that begin and intertwine. I've fallen in love with you 7 times now. Each time it changed a little bit more. You're starting to look more blue. I have dreams that all we do is drink tea and talk. Then I have dreams that we taste each other's feelings off saucers of lips I crave to give you more weight behind flesh and bones. Pushed up until it's not. But for now, I'll keep you at arm's reach. Spend time in the garden of our friendship. You made it possible. I know the difference between pueng and oolong, and maybe that's why I love you. We're like 2 different leaves, fallen into a cup, shared over tea. Okay. And then I'm going to share one more, and then I'm going to get out of your faces until the end, and then you'll see my face again. Happens like that. How y'all doing? Let's just like do like a little fist to 5. Fists, worst day of my life. 5, best day of my life. I see some 5s, some 4s, some 5s. Okay. I see a 4. I see some 3s. This is what I do with my kids all the time. And they're like, I'm feeling 5. And I'm like, great, tell me about it. And they're like, ooh. You want me to talk to you? It's a fun thing. Maybe I'll write a poem about my kids one day. My students, not biological birthed them, but like they're in my class. How many educators are in here? Okay. So y'all get me. Okay. I said this once in funny story. Okay. So I pick up kids. I work for an after school program and I also teach. And so I pick up kids for an after school program. And this dad, bless his heart, he walked up to me. He's like, I don't really see a lot of Black parents. And I just want to make the first step to like make a friendship. And I was like, okay. Yeah. Hi. And he was like, your kids are just so cute. And I was like, ooh, he thinks that these little 2 Latino boys are my kids. Okay. Yeah. Not my kids. And he's like, I'm going to back away. I was like, don't back away. Don't back away. Stay here. I just didn't birth them, but I would fight for them if someone tried to steal them. So technically, they're my kids. And I love them, even though they give me hell. Okay. I have one poem, and then I'm going to leave. Maybe it's sad. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I've begged my body every month to produce poetry. Been cleaning up my womb to hold ink-stained words and absolute rhymes. Every month is the still birth, miscarriage, bloody-stained results. And I cry, scared that one day my poems will never return, leaving a false nest. I'll take a cuckoo, vulture, hawk birth if it promises a flight. I'm scared to be a poet with no new poems. I'm scared to be a poet who's cookie-cuttered. Every month I'll meet with a womb and a pen in hopes that they will mate and give me what I want. Thank you.
Very, very good, Bree. Thank you so much for sharing. As always, I love that one about your CIA agent. I have a little sticker that says the government watches you masturbate, and I put it everywhere that I can. Anyway, all right. Now it is time for our wonderful feature for the month. For this evening, it is Mateo Manuel Vela. Come on down, Mateo. Go ahead and adjust that microphone for you.
For the short kings out here.
All right, let me read your bio and make it professional here.
Oh, sure.
Mateo Manuel Vela is a Chicano community organizer, spoken word artist, scholar, educator from Southwest Denver. As a youth, Mateo competed nationally and internationally with the Denver Slam team Minor Disturbance, where he first started honing his performance skills In college, he led the Chicanx organization UMAS Imecha at the University of Colorado Boulder and successfully co-organized for a permanent sculpture honoring Los Seis de Boulder, 6 Chicanx symbols of resistance who were killed, in 2 separate car bombings in 1974. Mateo's time studying social movements and organizing in college instilled in him values of hard work, critical leadership, and solidarity in movement organizations. His creative work explores the hardships and beauty of love and family in Latinx communities through his personal experiences, dealing explicitly with issues affecting Latinx, queer, and trans communities. Give it up for Mateo Manuel Vela.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, thank you for that, Cipriano. Looks like I gave you all the long bio. I definitely have cut that down since then. But yeah, thank you for the introduction.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so today what I have kind of lined up for you all, so Bree mentioned this earlier, but we actually have a showcase that we're doing next week. It's going to be taking place on Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m., the day after Valentine's Day. And it's really exploring this concept of loving at intersections, so kind of taking, individual performers and their experience with love from their unique identities and positionalities and kind of giving them the platform to kind of share what their experience with love has been, right? I think Cipriano talked about this, but a lot of times when we're talking about love, especially around Valentine's Day, it takes on this very, overly romanticized, depoliticized, capitalistic sort of vibe. And that's kind of not what we're trying to go for with the event. We're trying to talk about love, which is a very powerful force, but also talk about it in a way that's political, because everything that we do is political. So yeah, it would be really great if y'all could make it out there. We have Eventbrite tickets that are $10, and then we also have some gift bags as well. So yeah, just a quick little plug there. And then most of the work that I'm sharing with you all here is not work that I'm going to be performing at the set. So this is kind of completely separate from that. But there will be at least one piece that I will share here that I will also be performing at the set in kind of a shortened version. So yeah, I will get started. I don't remember the last time I prayed. Just a vague promise to take care of myself and a poem that went, "Tú eres mi otro yo. You are my other me. Si te hago daño a ti, if I do harm to you, me hago daño a mí mismo. I do harm to myself." I stopped taking care of my altar. I broke my favorite bottle of resin, spilled my herbs on a dusty floor. My ancestors didn't raise such a messy boy who forgets to keep tradition and doesn't feed spirits with his hungry mouth. My feather is ruffled, the 4 directions unraveled as I am. I accepted ceremony but forgot to keep the fire, so I stopped having dreams and can't remember the last time I prayed or felt okay or holy. I'm trying to follow purple smoke back home. Palo Santo, burn holy. I am not, but I want to be. The memory is there, buried somewhere, ancient as a seed. Cool. So this next piece that I have for you all is kind of centered a little bit more around my mom. Yeah, I think a lot of times when, especially around Valentine's Day, when we're talking about love, there's kind of that focus on the romantic, but really the place, where we first learn to love, for better or for worse, is oftentimes with our family members, right? And with our mothers in particular. So, yeah, this is kind of an ode poem to her. It's called Yerba Buena. For those of y'all who don't speak Spanish, Yerba Buena is basically a mint plant that is very sacred in Mexico. And yeah, so this is a story about Yerba Buena. Mi ama loves the scent of Yerba Buena, the fresh taste of this herbal tea. She tells me it is her favorite. In the backyard, she discovers a leafy patch perfuming mint in rain. She says yerba buena grew all around her home in Mexico. She harvests the leaves in soft hands, tending to old memories. Ama boils the hojas in a pot of water over a gas stove, filling our home with nostalgic notes. In Chihuahua, she, the oldest of 9 siblings, would boil a pot of yerba buena tea when Mama Lisha had nothing for them to eat. In a home made of frail dirt and clay, my mom fashioned nourishment from desolation. En una casa ausente de padres y de santos, ella se convirtió en mamá. In a house absent of fathers and saints, she became a mother. You, precious mother child, sharp bite and sweet when you need to be. You, small and mighty, stubborn growing everywhere you go. You, mama who finds medicine, who makes her garden in desert soil. You, giver of my life, who fed me when I was weeping and hungry. You, good seed, our abundance roots through you. You deserve everything. Tú, mamá, tú, yerba buena. All right, now we're gonna start getting into the love poems. So, let's start with this one. And y'all can feel free, to snap or like groan or like if you're really feeling a line. Like I'm kind of trying to gauge right now before my performance next week just to see like how the crowd's feeling. So yeah, but no pressure as well. I'm yeah. This one is called The Tale of How the Moon Swallowed the Sun and Burst into Flames. And it was based off of a present that one of my ex-girlfriends gave me, and kind of, I guess, the meaning that I drew from that. Above my bed once hung the papier-mâché mosaic you bought me in Cuba, a colorful portrait of the moon cresting the sun. Subconsciously, my brain came to see your likeness in her visage. Full figure, long lash strokes, deep red lipstick, a mystic look painted in her single eye. Hanging below her, on an array of strings, a star jubilant and beaming with a bright-eyed fish and a playful seahorse. I picked up the moon, her star, and her creatures, and I tucked them away into a dark nightstand. I put out their light. I do not yet know if I will burn them or let their faces collect dust. When all of this is said and done and I have moved on, I guess a death by dust or ashes is the same fate anyway. Strange, isn't it? The sun never got a face. Yeah, this next one I have for you all is called Wildfire. I was beautiful before she touched me. I am beautiful after. But her light stroked my embers into a wildfire, and they do not ask permission to burn. I do not ask permission to burn. Sometimes self-love seems cliché. You can only recite a mantra so many times before it loses its meaning, like, I love my smile, I love my smile, I love my smile. I love the way joy frames my face. Sometimes I forget these things, like a love letter slipped from my hand and misplaced. I have heard it said by people who never needed their love validated that you cannot love someone until you love yourself first. But she did not build the pit. She did not even coax the flames. She just fanned them. Sometimes I need a new mouth, and eyes and hands to review the lesson, teach it a way I've never felt it before. So then, maybe all of this survival whispered like self-love can actually mean something. Thank you. Yeah, so I guess I can talk a little bit about kind of the set that I'm doing next week. So Cipriano mentioned he is going to be doing, musical accompaniment to that set, kind of to interpret, some of the words that I'm sharing, along with one of his good friends named Squid. So it's going to be really cool. And I guess to share a little bit, about that set and kind of what I'm hoping to achieve with it is, I'm about to turn 23. I just graduated, from college, like roughly, I don't know, I think 8 months ago. Thank you. It was a journey for sure. Yeah, and throughout that time, I spent a lot of time kind of working on myself and like kind of coming to terms with a lot of things that I experienced when I was younger and kind of trying to heal myself. And healing a lot of my relationships, and I experienced other relationships, and then I had to heal from those as well, and on and on and on, so yeah, y'all know how it goes. Basically, my set next week is kind of trying to take like all of the work that I have produced from like 2018 to now, and like basically choosing and like selecting certain pieces from that to kind of represent what that journey has been like for me. And yeah, so yeah, it'd be really great if y'all can make it out. This next piece that I'm gonna share is actually gonna be one of the pieces there. Except when I share it next week, it's gonna be more of an interlude, so y'all are gonna get like the full version essentially. So yeah. It's gonna be at Union Hall, which is a nonprofit art space. It's off of Wawada Street. But yeah, I can share the details with you after. So let me pull it up. I have like all my poems just like everywhere. And some on the drive, in the notes, like just everywhere. Cool. All right. So this next piece is called You Are. You are star student, private school girl on scholarship, Chicana in gold hoops, tight French braids, crop tops, and short shorts. Pretty eyes that have seen too much. Red lipstick on a cocked smile, but your curly hair smells like coconut oil. Your skin feels soft like cocoa butter. You are what my dreams are made of, who teaches me how to love. When we love, it is poetry and teenage curiosity, a mischievous grin covered in soft kisses. You are the only girl who understands my jokes, my rants, my dreams, my shadow, who isn't afraid to love me. And I have never felt this way before, the way I feel for you. You tell me you have never had a boyfriend, only situations. You are the type of girl who would keep guys waiting, but you drop them all for me. I become your first. Papi left when you were young, and mommy works every day, so she cannot be there for you when men break your spirit. You take your own job, keep your heart close like pepper spray. Mi ama, she works every day, and my dad is not here to teach me how to be a man, but my softness, this blessing inside of me, teaches me how to love transcendently, how to break family curses. When you leave, we are a picture of our former selves, a tangle of words left unsaid with resentment boiling beneath the surface, like a family portrait or an inheritance. We have both betrayed each other by becoming exactly what we didn't want to be. We do not know the words we were never given for repair, but you learned to leave for the first time, and I know better than to follow after you. I am almost 18, a boy becoming a man. I am a recent high school graduate, a freshman in college. For years, I mourn the life we spent together. I resist meeting anybody new, despite new dates and interests. When my grief claws out at me, I find myself chasing you wherever I can find, like finding my way home. I meet girls with their own shadows too, who hold stories of absent fathers and abusive lovers with different names. I learned to love like this despite these ancestral ghosts hanging over us. It takes me years of learning and loving to understand your pain, the way it splintered at me like thorns and roses, the deepest shade of red, the way you protected yourself by pushing me away. You would probably hate this poem, hate the way I write you in eulogy. You are probably still too prideful to sit down and talk to me. For so long, losing you was so painful, I preferred to say nothing at all. But I lost my soulmate, my best friend, and the stars were shot out of my sky. And eventually, I had to stop caring whether you approved of my grief, this grief that went so much deeper than you. Did you ever realize that your pain went deeper than me? I managed to get over you like pulling wisdom teeth. I can write poems about our time together without getting wrapped up in my metaphors now. If I'm honest, I don't think I will ever truly stop loving every person I have ever loved, so I still love you, though differently now, from a distance now. I still pray you are well, still pray to find magic again. This next one is called Confessions on Loving After Breaking. I want to be careful the power I give the idea of you. I speak your name, the story of the way we loved and my heart broke, say them like the words to my favorite sad song. In times that I feel most afraid, the times I feel I might just break free instead of in half, I find my hand back on the needle, reeling with the same music again. Confession. Your love felt like a beautiful dream I woke up from, only to find that it was never real. Maybe this feeling was always the problem. I love that you were my first love, and I am grateful to have loved and lost and never to have loved at all. I fell in love with the person you were and the person that you made me. Confession. I have kissed and laid with others after you. I have told none of them I love you. Your mouth was honey, pure sweet. Every love after you has paled in comparison. Confession. I hate that you were my first love, because now I go around my college town looking for soul love from Tinder-infatuated college students who have no idea what hood I am from and don't care to know my mother's name. Children who have never learned the meaning of sacredness. Confession. Sometimes therapy feels like a self-help book I bought to learn how to get over you. When this truth changes, I wonder if I will be able to say that I am healed. I know that I am more than just the boy who loved you or the man you left, but I am still just a boy learning how to be a man. I don't know how to let you go without becoming a nihilist. I still think about what your mother told me one time, and it haunts me like a bad dream. I don't know how to let you go without renouncing all of what we had, all the magic I let get the best of me, the alchemy I swore myself to. I refuse to believe that love is only a feeling, just a stupid set of chemicals that inevitably fade. At times, when doubt visits me, I wonder if our fatal flaw was not that we were unprepared, but that we were both just too stubborn to let each other in. If I had picked up when you called me late night 6 months after parting, would it have made a difference? If I had told you how I felt when I felt it, would we still be talking, mending our shaky foundation with real conversation? I see couples celebrate their 5th, 10th, 20th year anniversaries. I read their endearments like greetings in a postcard from a future we could have had together. And I will not lie, I am bitter and jealous that their ships did not wreck with the tides. The stubborn part of me that refuses to let you go against my better judgment finds solace in the fact that you haven't dated after me. Although I am still heartbroken, there is some twisted pleasure in imagining that even if we were just two ships sailing past each other in the night, your journey into wanderlust was no less dark than mine. If I was not your forever, I was at least your first. There was no better after me. Thank you. That one was very petty, and I wrote that several years ago. Done a lot of work since then, so wanted to disclaim that. All right, cool. So, speaking of petty poems, this next one is called Drunk Calls I Didn't Make When You Would Have Answered Me. So, let's pull that up. Let's see. Sorry, I'm scrolling my Finsta because that's where I posted it. Let's see here. Okay, here it is. I am a mortician, excavating my self-worth from bodies where love once lived. Can I pry our old love from your arms? Did you keep it warm while I was gone? Can I bury myself, my woes in you? My mouth salivates in contemplation of your hot breath on my neck, how sweetly you spoke your need into my ear. My fingers flirt with numbers on my keyboard. How much space is there really between us? My mouth stops short of calling you, from savoring your voice one more time. On the edge, I can convince myself there will be a next time. I keep the anticipation of you on the tip of my tongue. I stay hungry that I have options. I refuse to eat wholesomely, convincing myself that this body thick with desire means that I am full. The idea of you has too much power over me, and you didn't ask for that. So I refrain. I take a deep breath into my own lungs. I keep my hands, my self-worth, my love to myself. Thank you. All right, I have about 2 pieces left for y'all. So, this next one is called On Closure. I'm just like, where did I put this? I feel like I just be writing stuff and then I just misplace it. Like, let me see here. So, right, and they're just taking all of it, right? Gotta pull it together. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm like, when did I go through this heartbreak? Oh yeah. Here it is. All right, I found it. On Closure. When she asks why you left, do not spill over her like a wine glass confessional. Do not tell her she tasted too sweet to trust, that your heart is purple bruised inking from soft touches. Do not burden her with the shadows projecting in your mind. The ink blots won't make sense to anybody else but you anyway. Play a ventriloquist act with your own mouth. Say only what you think she needs to hear. When she speaks, smile and nod with your sad, swollen heart beating out of your chest. Thank her for her honesty. As she spills herself into you again, do not get drunk on longing, the bittersweet flavor of regret. When you reach what must be an end, try not to hope for anything more than closure as you watch her leave again. Cool. Thank you all so much. Yeah, this is the last piece that I have for you all. And it is called Prayer Burning. So kind of bringing it all full circle. I know the love of tenderness after burning. With each loss, I have shed a past form, enshrining myself in permanent transformation. I cannot be the same. My reflection has been the most clear in the aftermath of disintegration, when I dust the ashes from my skin and feel what is to be reclaimed by molten earth. I have grown affinity with the taste of smoke. I no longer fear the heat and beads of salt water running down my face. I have shed so many past loves with my disentangled forms, cast so many beloved futures into fire, preparing myself for greater harvests. Each time I saw my younger self alone and weeping in the ruins, wondering where to run to, I walk up to myself and extend a calm and open hand with all the space and wisdom I could not offer myself before. How many times have I held myself on fire so I could hold my own entirety? I am learning what it means to sow seeds and prayers, how to tend and watch them grow. Despite my past, I know love doesn't have to be disastrous, even if it ends. How we suffer trying to control what cannot be predicted. How we trap each other inside of ideas of who we are. My heart seeks peacefulness in eternity, a place where I will rest my head. And I am just along for the ride until I figure out how to find it. Thank you. All right, yep. That's what I got for you all tonight. Yeah, thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mateo. Thank you all very much for this evening. Very wonderful words to be expressed, and that's why we call it Sacred Voices, is because all of your voices are definitely sacred in every regard. So, yeah, thank you so much. I guarantee you all, I don't know, I just want to say this just for my wonderful journeys of where I've been. It gets better. Day by day, it does get better. But yes, thank you all so much for coming out tonight. If you have any questions about the event happening next week, do feel free to ask one of us about it. Once again, if you have any questions about being able to get access to your video from tonight, there is a form on our website, sacred-voices.org, to fill out to receive that. Takes 2 to 3 weeks, plus shipping. No, there's no shipping. But yes, thank you all so much. Bree, do you have any? You have a couple announcements as well too. You want to come out and share those? Then I'll close out the shoe.
Right. Also, what a lovely privilege to be loved by Mateo. I say it all the time. Cool. So next week, February 15th, from 6 to 8, Loving at Intersections, Mateo will be featuring again all the new poems that you didn't hear tonight. It'll be there next week. So grab your ticket. It's only $10. Come through. It'll be great. When you get to Union Hall, this is like logistical things. Union Hall is across the tracks of Union Station. So if you get to Union Station, the front of Union Station, and you park there, go back. Go past the tracks near like Tupelo Honey or like Whole Foods. That's where Union Hall is. It's in the Coloradin building. It's an apartment complex. That's how you get there. There is a parking lot underneath Union Hall if you would like to keep your car safe from the elements of Denver. I do believe it is maybe $6 or $10 an hour. I'm not sure. 10? Okay, $10 an hour. It is $10 an hour. And then, yeah. And then again, we have gift bags. So I'm going out and making those gift bags this weekend. It'll be great. I might put a little teaser on our Instagram, maybe, possibly. I'm very busy. Who knows? And I will also be hosting that show next week. So this will not happen. I will look much cuter, a little bit more sexier. You never know. Maybe some gold. I don't know, but it'll be a fun time. What else do I need to tell y'all? I got this hoodie when I went to Paris because I had a 9-hour layover in Los Angeles and it was cold as fuck. And I had to go sleep, and so I bought this. She's cute. Love her. Are you gonna talk about the stickers? Do you want me to talk about the stickers? Oh. There may or may not be stickers. Come talk to us after. And again, if you want workshops, we do workshops out in community. So we go to schools. We just got a workshop done at SOAR Academy out in Green Valley Ranch. If you want us in your classrooms, please reach out to me. If you want us in your organization or your job, please reach out to us. If you want us for your birthday party, come talk to me. I might have some more questions about what that entails. But I like birthday parties. And fun thing about us, we right now are working to get our grant complete. So if you know any youth ages 12 to 25, we have mental health services available, about maybe 10 or so slots available. So it is free up until a certain point. And then I'll put you in contact with a sliding scale mental health professional. We're working with 2 clinical base folks. So one is My Therapeutic Services. They are a Black, queer, masculine of centered therapists. They are also a sex therapist. So if that is something that youth are doing, get me in contact. And then we're also working with Joy's Resistance, which is a super dope organization here in Denver. They do mental health therapy for youth, LGBTQI youth. So if you know of anyone, please, I don't want to give this money back. Help me help you. Thanks. That's all I have.
Thank you very much, Bree. Yes, once again, thank you all so much for joining us this wonderful evening. My name is Cipriano Ortega, and yes, this is me signing off to the interwebs out there, and to all of you, good night.